Hello, Tormentic here, and today I have a sad but kind of funny story. I know I'm going to get made fun of. You've already pretty much figured out what this video is about. Based off of the title, I bought a fake MetaZoo PFP NFT. Now, I'm owning it. It happens. I'm very, very, very new to the NFT world. This is actually the first NFTs I've ever owned. I wanted to get one of the tokens before, but I just never was able to get enough ether. And I was pumped. I was stoked. I was bummed when the mint didn't actually get to the public mint. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to buy one on the secondary market. So I'll take you from the beginning to end, and it does have a slight happy ending. I'm mainly making this video because of messing up, but also so I have something to share to friends to kind of explain some of the don'ts when it comes to NFTs and how not to jump the gun. And maybe if this helps one person, then it was worth it. If it doesn't help anyone, at least I made it for myself, because I need to remember these things as well moving in, because I think NFTs are here to stay. I think they are actually going to start getting bigger, especially as we start moving more into augmented reality, virtual reality, things like that. I think that's really when NFTs will come into play. But let's begin. So like I was saying, the mint happened. Everybody started grabbing them that were mint holders before, sold out within 11 minutes. Only way to get one from that point forward is from the secondary market on OpenSea. Awesome. So I brought up the collection on my browser on my phone and was watching it periodically for the first 2 days or so to see if there was going to be any sort of dip. There was a pretty steep increase at the beginning, and it kind of leveled off, it seemed, at about 18, 0.18, 0.19 ether per PFP. I was like, okay, awesome, great. I'm going to watch it, see if it actually fluctuates, anything like that. Well, one of the times I refreshed, I actually saw one for 0.16. I believe this was Saturday afternoon. And I was stoked. I was like, let's go. Went to throw the ether that I needed into my wallet. I went and bought it. Everything was good. What happened was when I went to go and buy it, it actually brought up MetaMask, the app, because I was in the web browser. And when it went to show the browser the first time you log in, it's just the web browser, and it didn't take me to the NFT collection. So I typed in MetaZoo, and the eggs popped up. And lo and behold, there was one there for 12.1. I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is great. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it almost for what it was when it was minted. I quickly went in, bought it. Everything was great. Until I realized it was not part of the MetaZoo collection. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not the one that realized that. It was a friend of mine. I was stoked. I was showing a couple friends of mine. I was like, look, I got one. I finally got one. And he was the one that was like, wait a minute. That's not part of MetaZoo collection. That should say MetaZoo, not OpenSea Gallery. And then that's when I actually realized that I had bought a fake PFP. I went back and I did another search on MetaMask, and it looked like there were probably a good dozen that were of other accounts, not of the MetaZoo collection itself. And that's when I realized that I had actually messed up, that I had pulled the trigger too quickly, and in essence bought something that was almost useless. Another buddy of mine was like, well, you can throw it back on the market and try to get some of your money back. And I immediately was like, no, I can't do that. I'm not going to put something fake back out there and the same thing that happened to me happened to someone else. I wouldn't be able to do that. So I kept it, and then that's when I made the decision I was going to sell some cards from my own personal collection and buy a real one. So sold stuff, was able to actually get enough money in order to buy one, ended up paying about 0.18 for the real one. And it's crazy that the two of them are so similar except for the collection. If I hid the collection name, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between these two. And now the one I bought originally is going to be a constant reminder don't jump the gun. Always do your research before you do anything. I tried to do some NFT research, and I know that there's a bunch out there. A lot of it is some confusing. I'll be honest. A lot of it is confusing just because of how new NFTs are. And I should have known that NFTs are part of a collection, and that the collection is actually listed and the collection actually is named. And I didn't. And I noticed when I went to actually buy the real one that if you type in MetaZoo in the search, it will actually show up MetaZoo tokens, MetaZoo beasties, and that's what I should have hit instead of just scrolling down and seeing the fake eggs there. I hope no one else actually bought one. I really hope that I'm probably the only one that got scammed, but I'm not even really calling it a scam, to be honest with you, because I'm the one that bought it. I'm still the one that actually purchased it. It was just a very costly mistake. I mean, I still had some Ether in my account, so really it was about $160 or so that I spent on this fake one. But like I said, if this video helps someone not do the same thing I did, if this even just educates someone to know more about collections, things like that, this video has actually served its purpose. I have learned a very valuable lesson. I've had a lot of really good help from a couple good people in the community who either helped me figure out what was going on, like I said, or pointed me in the right direction of trying to get another one. I'm excited to actually own an NFT, especially a MetaZoo NFT. But like I said, this was a very expensive lesson that I learned. So to sum up, always check the collection. Always make sure that you know what it is that you're buying. Don't just automatically buy it, because anytime you just jump on something, there's always the risk that it's not really going to happen the way that you think it's going to happen, or it's not going to pan out the way that you think it's going to. So always make sure, and I mean, make sure you know that I don't want to say what you're doing, but just make sure you know what is what when you actually try to buy one of these things. I, again, tried to get some information before. There were a couple people who tried to point me in the right direction. It's the whole reason I knew about, like, tying my MetaMask wallet and everything like that. But I wish I would have known the basic concept that all NFTs are part of a collection. And I know I'm probably going to get made fun of. I know there's probably going to be some very funny comments down there. I deserve it. It's pretty much, that's the only place I'm getting at. I'm owning my mistake, and like I said, I'm hoping that I actually get people out there to where they won't make the same mistake that I did. But my name is Tormentic. I just uploaded Chapter 2, Part 4 of the MetaZoo comic. Definitely go and check that out. I'm going to have a new Cryptid Theory video coming out very soon as well, and I'm super excited to be able to start on Chapter 3 of the comic, because it only gets better from here. But until next time, I hope you have a wonderful night, and like I said, always check the collection.